Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to David A. Richardson Memorial Stadium in Raleigh, North Carolina, for an Eastern Conference showdown between the London Knights and the Carolina Skyhawks. You are watching the SFL on YouTube, presented by APM Music. I am Mike Daggs, your play-by-play commentator today. Alongside me in the booth for the first time this season is Jimmy Stevens. Joining us on Stats today is Cody Hill. So, Jeremy, today's matchup features two teams whose season hasn't quite gone according to plan. For Carolina at 2-8, they're mathematically eliminated from the playoffs at this point. For London, they're at 3-7. It's not over yet, but it could be after today's game, as it's a win or be eliminated scenario this afternoon. They started 3-1. Nice strong start for the rookie team. They actually beat Carolina in their first matchup, but now they've dropped their last 6 games in a row. What do they need to do today to stop the losing streak and keep the season going?
I think they need to get a little more balance on offense. So more heavy rushing, and they've got to be able to throw the ball. And they're in the bottom third of the league for throwing. So I think that's where they need to step it up a bit, is their passing game. We'll
see what they do. Carolina's looking to play the role of spoiler today, winning their first game back in Week 2. They haven't won again since Week 9. But putting that third win on the season would end the conference rival London season as well. So you know they'll be playing hard for that today. The kickoff is underway, and we are ready to go here in Carolina. Ball is taken back at the goal line, returned all the way out to the 24, and we are going to see the Carolina Skyhawk offense on the field here first.
Yeah, and you're looking at again, another running-based offense. They're number 1 in rushing per game at 147.3 game on the shoulders of A.J. Francis. So look to see a lot of that today.
Absolutely. It's got a 3-receiver formation, single back set, and we do see Francis on the first play of the game running straight up the middle into the London defense. Gain of 4 yards brings up a 2nd down and 6.
If you're a big fan of ground and pound football, you're going to see a lot of that today between both these teams. They're both heavy rushing offenses. So you're going to see a lot of smash mouth football today.
Yeah, absolutely. A.J. Francis coming into the game today, 1,399 yards, averaging 4.6 per carry. Only 2 touchdowns, but when you're at almost 1,400 yards, that's definitely impressive. Another run on 2nd down, gain of another 4, brings up a 3rd down and a easily manageable 2.
And this is my my first time watching Carolina, so just judging by stats and whatnot that I've seen, they pretty much stay into their playbook, hand it off to A.J. Francis, throwing when they need to, 3 yards in a cloud of dust.
Same 3-receiver set we saw in the first play, but it's going to be a pass out route to the left-hand side, complete for 1st down yardage. Trying to see who the receiver was there. It looks like it was Tristan Diacy-Sace. Take a quick look at the Carolina offense, led by quarterback Mark Biddix. Mentioned Tristan Diacy-Sace. His fellow wide receivers are Mark Strike and Jalen Miller, and of course we've already mentioned a couple times A.J. Francis at running back.
Jalen Miller, the veteran of the group, being in his 4th year in the league, he's the guy you're probably going to look to on 3rd down.
Ball is handed off again to Francis. Another nice run right up the middle into the D. Take a look at that London defense. Filling up the middle, Christopher Colon, the defensive tackle. Linebackers Phil Hall and Jay Bolt. Not to mention Slyn Shady, trying to see where he is on my list here. Donnie Mack, Greg Reedy at cornerback, Sir Chappelle, and Giovanni Bolt at safety. Another run on 2nd down brings up a 3rd down and 5.
I think you got those backwards.
Trips formation out to the right-hand side on 3rd down. Biddix will throw. Has time. Throwing deep down the middle. It is caught. Nobody's going to catch him. 10-5 touchdown, Jalen Miller. And the Skyhawks are on the board first.
And that's the man I was telling you to watch for. Third down man, Jalen Miller, fourth-year guy last week. He had 9 catches for 105 and 2 touchdowns, and there he is on the deep route. Wide open again, looks like a post, and they just beats the safety there. 44, Jeffrey Daggs, and he's off to the races. And you're not going to catch him. He was a former sprinter in college.
And, yeah, when you have your safety go for the swat instead of making sure he plays back and play the tackle, if you miss that swat, that's what's going to happen to you.
Absolutely. And, I mean, this guy's got elite speed, right? He was a gold medalist 200-meter and 4x2 in an ACC. So, you know, the man's got speed to burn.
Extra point try is good. 7-0 Skyhawks over the Knights here early in the first quarter. You are watching the SFL on YouTube, presented by APM Music.
Follow the SFL on Twitter @SimulationFL, on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube and Twitch channels. You're already here, right? Might as well stay tuned. Get league updates on your phone while browsing the internet, and make sure you never miss a live broadcast. Thank you for supporting the SFL.
Jeffrey Daggs takes the kickoff back at about the 5-yard line, returns it up to the 32-yard line where the London offense will take over. You know, Daggs actually returns the kicks and punts for London. He's the number 2 returner in the league. He has a punt return for a touchdown and 2 kick returns for a touchdown. So we'll see if that might end up coming into play here in this game today.
Well, after giving up the score on the first drive, they're going to need all the help they can get London by the looks of things.
Quarterback Michael Martin back to throw on the first play of the game for London offense is complete for a gain of 7 yards. Out of bounds is, see, Langley, looks like.
That's a non-contract, I believe.
Yeah, that's a non-contract receiver. Take a look at the rest of the London offense. Andre Godspeed and Giacomo Jones make up the receivers. Spencer Meyer, who is in the backfield, running back behind the fullback now, also having an impressive season so far. 79 yards needed to hit 1,000 this season, and he gains, it looks like, about 4 on his first carry. Good enough for a London first down.
And much like Carolina, most of their offense is going to run through Spencer Meyer. So just expect to see him run the rock a lot, toe the rock a lot, and then throw on third down when they need to. Both these quarterbacks didn't throw for a ton of yards last week.
Ball is handed off to Meyer again. Lowers his shoulder, but he is met by the Carolina defense, smothered after a gain of only 3.
Great. I don't know if that was it looked like 92 Phil Hall made that tackle, but they're showing the non-contract lineman, so I'm not sure. But yeah, last week Michael Martin only had 166 yards, 1 touchdown and 2 picks, so look for him to redeem himself on third down when he needs to throw the ball.
Martin back to throw, throws down the middle, has a man wide open. Complete for impressive yardage. That is tight end Charlie Balmer with the reception, another non-contract player.
Getting used to their non-contracts today. Look at this. He was wide open here. Just a little post. Catches the safety going the wrong way. And finally gets taken down by 24 Sir Chapel. And London's on the move. They need to get some points. They need this game to stay in the playoff hunt.
So, yeah, I saw 41 streaking downfield. I'm like, who is this guy, a fullback, a tight end, a safety that got confused on where he was supposed to be? What's going on? So first down and 10 from the 21-yard line. Martin back to throw again. Throws it over to the right-hand side. Dangerous pass, nearly intercepted, tipped and batted away. Second down and 10.
Yeah, it was a risky throw, trying to thread the needle there between the, I don't know if that was a linebacker or if it was a corner. Trying to in between the zones, and luckily it got knocked down. And they got another chance here at second down.
Power running formation for London on second down and 10. Ball is handed off to Meyer, runs up the middle, tries to break a tackle. Brought down after a gain of 4. And, yeah, just looking back through the stat sheet yet again, it looks like I blame Andy Hamilton on this one. We'll have to talk to him later. He's got the defense listed for Carolina both on the London sheet and the Carolina sheet, so we're all out of whack here. But we'll get these players correct here in a second.
Absolutely.
3rd down and 6. Martin will throw out route over to the left side, caught by, believes it's Andre Godspeed, but his momentum carries him out of bounds. 1 yard shy of the sticks, brings up a 4th down and 1.
It's terrible that carried him out of bounds. So you got to think that London may, with playoffs in the balance, maybe they're going to take some chances here in this game just to get the win.
The crowd is rising to their feet. It looks like the offense is going to stay out there. See if they're just trying to draw them off sides or if they're actually going to go for it. Looks like Martin is hard counting here as the play clock ticks down. I believe we are going to see them use a timeout, and we do. You know, and it's a questionable strategy. I mean, I hate seeing a timeout burned with more than a quarter and a half left to go in the first half. You know, that timeout could be critical down in the end of the second quarter, and now it's gone when they're going to kick a field goal anyway. So
especially with the playoffs and the balance. I mean, either go for it or don't go for it. Don't waste your time out when you use it later in the half.
Yeah, right. If you're going to go for it, by all means, I don't think anybody would blame you if you went out there. I mean, with the season that Myers had, you just, you know, put your fullback in front of him, lower the shoulder, run up the middle, see if you can gain that yard. But to waste the time out like that, you know, especially when you have a kicker like Zach Daggs, he's only missed 1 kick this season on 20 attempts. He's one of the, he actually is the most accurate kicker in the league who is still active, and the kick is up and good from 29 yards out. London gets on the board, but, you know, to your point, either go for it or just kick the ball. Now you're down a timeout.
Exactly, and again, you can't stress enough how much playoff implications are going to be here in the next 2 weeks. They need to win to stay in, and wasting a timeout just to kick a field goal anyway just isn't the strategy I would have went with.
So make sure you download the ScoreStream app if you haven't done so already. It's the greatest way to keep up to date on all the SFL action going on in the league, live scoring updates. So while you're watching our game, you can stay up to date on all the others that you're interested in as well. Mark Strike takes the ball back at the goal line, brings it out to the 23. We will see the Carolina offense come back out onto the field, and meanwhile, Jeff Brooks is going to need some medical attention on the sideline. So while I have a second, let's take a look at the actual London defense. Cornerback Donnie Mack, safeties Kane Vasquez and Jeffrey Daggs, defensive end Eyal Rushanek, Frank Axmall at defensive tackle, another defensive end Brian Cower, and of course linebacker Slyn Shady. The whole reason I couldn't see him on the list is because it was the Carolina defense on that list. But we're good. We're getting there. It's been a day of technical errors. Power I formation for the Carolina offense here on first down. Biddix hands the ball off to Francis. Trucks right through Slyn Shady like he's a leaf and gains 3 yards. That was a beast of a stiff arm.
Yeah, that was you don't expect him to do that to Slyn Shady, but kind of pushed him back like, get out of here. You're not taking me down.
Yeah, if you're going to be stiff-arming a linebacker and making him fall back like that, you're not going to think it's the guy with over 100 tackles coming into today's game. I mean, he's right up there near the top, led the league in tackles for a good chunk of the season. Biddix to throw, deep post route, deep corner route, complete to Mark Strike. About 20-yard gain, first down and 10, all the way up at midfield.
Carolina is definitely not playing this game sitting down, that's for sure. They're putting the pressure on London's defense. Nice little corner out, wide open, and they're on the move again. Trying to put some more pressure on London to score.
When your season is over, but you have the chance to take a conference rival and end their season too, you still play hard.
Absolutely.
Ball is handed off to Francis on first down and 10. Scoots his way up through the middle, gain of 7 on the play. Another impressive run by Francis. He's doing a pretty good job so far. 5 rushes, 16 yards. averaging over 3 a carry, which is really what you're looking for, is, between that 3 and 4 yard range per carry. If you can get up to 4 yards, obviously that's going to keep giving you first downs, even if you keep handing the ball off every play. So that's all you need.
Absolutely. And I mean, he's a dual threat. He's had 51 receptions this year as well.
Well, he didn't gain 3 yards there. Defense says, nope, you're not going anywhere on that play. Brings him right down at the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and still manageable 3 yards.
Yeah, an interesting thing about they run they have a 3 receiver build, but Mark Strike actually didn't make any catches last week. All he did was return kicks. Maybe they'll get him involved today.
Biddix back to throw on 3rd down. Has all day. Oh, steps up into the pocket and gets... I think they're going to count that as a sack. They're marking it as a 4th and 3, so no yard gained. And the... Go ahead.
Looked like that was Rushnick with the pressure there. Flushed him out of the pocket, made him take off, and I think he actually made the tackle as well. I think you're right there. They're not going to call that a sack.
Mike Johnson on to punt for Carolina. Jeffrey Daggs standing back near his own goal line waiting for the punt. Down inside the 10. He's going to let this one bounce. And, ooh, they mark him down at the 2.
Wow. I thought momentum carried him into the end zone there.
I thought I saw a leg in the end zone, but maybe not. They're marking him down at the 2 yard line. An impressive punt. Horrible decision by Daggs to let that one go. How is he not in the end zone?
I don't know. Maybe we should ask Andy Hamilton about some of these referees' calls today.
yeah, we'll be having a conversation later anyway, so maybe I'll bring that up with him. So the London offense back on the field, but in a precarious situation, all the way backed up to their own 2 yard line. 98 yards to go for a score. Ball is handed off to Meyer, and the defense swarms around him, crushing him at the line, bringing him down for no gain on the play.
They spread the defense out. They're going with the three wide receiver set, trying to make a little room for Meyer, but the defensive line closed right in on that. Great job by Christopher Cologne and company.
2nd down and 10. Ball is once again handed off to Meyer, and once again, no gain on the play. Swarming in there, number 91, Brian Coward. No, excuse me, this sheet's still messed up. Larry Bear, defensive end for Carolina, non-contract player.
A great job by the defensive line, keeping them under control. Now they've got a 3rd and long. Do they throw it, or do they just try and make some room for the punter?
And they're going to try to make room for the punter, handing it off to Meyer. He's able to gain 3 yards, no more. 4th down and 7 as we tick down 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Looks like they will just try to punt it away. Put the game back on the backs of the defense.
Great job by that Carolina defense. Carolina playing the possession game, field position game, and they won that battle, and now they're going to have a short field to deal with.
Punt is away. This will probably only go up to about the 40, and it's actually the 38-yard line. Oof. Strike returns it up to the 33, and Carolina will get by far their best starting field position of the day. Doesn't get a whole lot better than starting at the 33-yard line of your opponent.
Absolutely not. And this isn't how London wanted this game to go at all. They don't want to be down possibly 2 scores this early in the game. Both these teams aren't exactly beasts on the offensive side, that's for sure.
Ouch. Ball is handed off. 2-yard gain on the play, and then looked like the entire defensive line and linebacking core of London just dove on the guy.
Led by Slyn Shady.
I think he might be a little upset about that stiff arm from earlier.
I'd say so. That was a gang tackle, that's for sure, folks.
3 receivers set. A.J. Francis standing to the side of Mark Biddix. Biddix to throw on 2nd down and 8. Steps up into the pocket. He's just going to run with it. Wrapped up by Shady. Gain of maybe 1. And poor Jeff Brooks, broken ribs, out for either 2 weeks, or we'll see. Maybe he'll be back next week.
I'm sure the commissioner's already got the crack medical team on him, and he'll be fixed up in no time.
So I formation on 3rd down and 6. They're going to hand the ball off to Francis. Seemed like a questionable call, maybe not. Nice gain all the way up to the 16-yard line, and another Carolina first down.
Yeah, this is what London was trying to do when they were in their own spread. Oh, love this camera. They spread them out, make a bunch of room for Francis. Nice big hole up the middle. Got all those little guys trying to tackle him instead of the big guys, and they get a first down.
A.J. Francis, 9 carries now, 37 yards, averaging over 4 yards a carry. That's going to be a recipe for success for Carolina if they can continue that today. And they're going to try right now. Heading off to Francis again. Ducks over one guy. Gets all the way up to the 4-yard line. Another impressive run. Another Carolina first down. And we are going into the second quarter with a first down and goal for Carolina.
Yeah, once again, they spread them out, getting London in their nickel package. Just blast right through Kane Vasquez. And he's got Daggs to save the day from another touchdown by Carolina. They're really impressing me with their ground game so far today.
So 7-3 so far in this game, end of the first quarter. You are watching the SFL on YouTube, presented by APM Music. And just like that, we're ready for the second quarter. Power eye set, first down and goal for Carolina.
Wonder what they're going to do here.
Ball is handed off to Francis. Tries to shake through the tackle. Gains about 2. Will bring up a second down and goal.
And he's having such great success, you might as well just continue to hand it off to the bell cow. He's the one that your offense goes through anyway.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
You know, second down and goal from the 2. It looks like they're reading our minds. Goal line formation for both teams. They hand it off to Francis. He shakes his way up through and tackled just shy. Third down and goal. And, you know, and I think if you ask a Carolina fan, this has kind of been almost a running joke at this point with, with A.J. Francis. I mean, he's got impressive yards, 1,400 coming into the season, 4.6 carry, but he's only got 2 touchdowns on week 11. Ball is handed off to him again, and he makes his way in for the 3rd touchdown.
Career touchdown, number 3. It was only a matter of time. You had to figure. And like you said, he's been kind of jinxed when he gets down the end zone, but they continue with them. They spread him out once again. It's been working for them. Little outside zone. And they're up 13, possibly 14-3. This is not what London was hoping for.
You know, and I was calling another Carolina game earlier this season, and there was a drive. It was a really impressive drive by Carolina. Just, I mean, running the ball like a boss down the field. Francis was just gaining huge chunks of yards all the way down until it was a first and goal type situation. Extra point is up and good. And right when they hand the ball off and the halfback gets it in for the touchdown, come to find out, it was the backup. So after a nice drive by Francis, and I thought, that would have been his first touchdown on the season too, if I remember correctly. He had none at that point. So, you know, everyone's throwing confetti, fireworks going off, fighter jets flying overhead. Hold everything. It was the backup. So.
And I mean, his stats from last week kind of indicate that kind of luck to that. I mean, he had 48 carries for 168 yards, no touchdowns.
No touchdowns, yeah. he just gets it down to the goal line, and and honestly, that's probably been one of the issues that Carolina has experienced throughout the season, having only 2 wins so far. I mean, their run game is certainly not the problem, but finishing that drive is obviously the issue. I mean, if you can get that kind of yardage, but you're not pounding it into the end zone, some adjustments probably need to be made for next season to get something different going there. So London's got the ball back. First down carry for only 2 yards for Spencer Meyer. He's got 16 yards on the day so far.
Yeah, London needs to start stepping it up here, and this is, like I said in the open, think they need to find a little more balance, and now I think they really need to start passing the ball a little more. And their season's kind of in the balance here.
So Martin to throw on 2nd down and 8. Steps up into the pocket, avoiding the sack. Can't avoid it the second time. He is brought down by number 91, Larry Bear.
Yeah, and that's clearly a coverage sack because he had all day to throw. And nobody was open, so he's just playing avoid the lineman.
Yeah,
he couldn't win that game.
Looks like he had no check down either. Spencer Meyer was staying in the block, so all of his receivers were deep downfield. And I think once he avoided that first sack, there was nobody he could see. They were all way down the field. 3rd down and 11. Martin to throw again all day. Checks it down over to Meyer. That's not Meyer. Checks it down to a fullback, John Smith. It just bounces right out of his hands.
Yeah, once again, good coverage downfield by Carolina. Forces him to go to the check down. He goes to the non-contract, which is basically a guy with cement hands. And you're looking at 4th and 11 and kicking the ball back to a Carolina team that's really hot right now.
They are indeed. They were hot last week, too, going into their game against Atlanta and had a big lead for most of the game. I'm just checking in on our chat for this game. Rula Sens Kumbaya says, no, our issue has been getting gypped on the last play of the game, and that has been an issue for Carolina. They've had the lead many, many times. And actually, my team, Queen City, played them, and Carolina had the lead with, I think, less than 30 seconds to go. And Queen City stole the win away from them on that one, too. They've had at least 3 or 4 games this season where they were about to win, and then it just didn't quite work out. So
the funs of being in the SFL.
Absolutely. Game's never over. So even if Carolina scores on this drive, don't fret, London. There's still a chance. Ball is handed off to Francis. He's running free down the right-hand side. Safety's closing in. Finally tackled, but not until the 19-yard line. Francis has almost 100 on the day now.
My goodness, what a great run. Looked like a little stretch power up to the outside. Great blocking up front. Misses the tackle. And then you see Jeffrey Daggs coming into play and Donnie Mack with the cleanup. Otherwise, that's a touchdown. This Carolina run game is on fire today. And that's actually no surprise because London is last in defense against the run, giving up 134.8 yards a game. I think that average might go up a bit at the rate this
Well, yeah, we've only got 35 yards to go until we hit that amount. Make it 25 yards to go. Another first down for Carolina. And once again, already, just like that, 1st and goal.
This London defense is in the bottom. They're number 14 overall, and I think we're seeing it here, which is surprising. I mean, they've got 4 guys up in the front 7. They run an interesting backfield in the fact that they run only 3 defensive backs, but you would think they'd be better against the run with 4 guys in the front 7.
Francis runs his way up through the middle, gains about 5 on the play, gonna bring up a 2nd down and goal from the London 3-yard line, and I think Francis is gonna end up doubling his touchdown total already here in the first half.
Yeah, he's doing a great job here, and here we go again. They spread this defense out. See what happens here.
Ball is handed off. Ooh, lowers his shoulder, and no, sir, he's not going anywhere. Slyn Shady, both of them lowered their shoulder together, just collided like a couple of Mack trucks. No gain on that play, 3rd and goal.
Yeah, it's been really fun to watch these two go head-to-head. A little pushback early on, a couple big hits by Shady. It's been really fun to watch.
It's been the Francis versus Shady show so far. Francis going to take the ball again. Can't make it in, but there is a flag on the play. I'm going to guess it's offensive holding. No, face mask on the defense. That's going to give them an automatic first down. That's painful.
Yeah, that's definitely not what London needed right now. They need something to happen big here to get the momentum back in this game, because right now they're just getting crushed by Carolina.
I mean, London had them stopped. It was going to be a field goal, still making it, well, it would have been a 2-score game. But now, I mean, well, actually, I thought that's interesting. It's 3rd down and goal. I thought it would be an automatic first down, but I guess when it's goal-to-goal situation, it wouldn't have been. And the ball off to Francis, easily walks his way into the end zone untouched, doubling his touchdown total on the season from 2 to 4.
Yeah, great job. Just a straight ISO up the middle. Offensive line does a great job opening the holes. He had about 3 holes that he could have chose from. There's nobody there. Mack truck could have gone through there.
Are they firing missiles?
It looked like missiles.
Well, that doesn't seem safe.
I wouldn't want to be in the upper deck.
A little wind shear, and all of a sudden somebody's going to have their head taken off. That doesn't seem good at all. Yeah, realist in the chat asking how that wasn't a first down. I'm really not sure. I thought it would have been. Got to check the rule book on that one.
I believe the XFL might use the old rules where it's half
Could
the
be.
distance.
Extra point try is good. You are watching the SFL on YouTube, presented by APM Music.
The Simulation Football League is presented by APM Music and is the official theme music provider of the SFL. Listen to their Champions Will Rise soundtrack at apmmusic.com today and search through thousands of tracks to boost the quality of your stream just like us. APM Music, production music library and custom music house.
So Daggs returns it up to the 33-yard line. Looked for a brief second like he might scoot through there and actually get some serious yardage out of that one, but tackled right at the last moment. Power I formation for the London offense here on 1st down and 10. Ball is handed off to Meyer, runs up the middle, shakes one tackle, can't break the second. 3-yard gain, 2nd down and 7.
London needs a score here. They need at least a field goal, preferably a touchdown, to get themselves back into this game somewhat. If they go 3 and out or a few first downs and then out and punt the ball, that's going to get them into deep, deep trouble as this game goes on.
Yeah, I mean, when you're talking about a 3-score game midway through the 2nd quarter, you got to step it up now. You can't just wait till the 2nd half. Martin to throw on 1st down, going deep down the left-hand side, has a man on a corner route, caught by Andre Godspeed, all the way down to the Carolina 32-yard line.
And that's what they needed. They needed something to happen. A nice long pass. Just looked like cover 2 right in the turkey hole, as John Gruden likes to call it. And if he had a couple more steps ahead of him and gotten away from Chapel, we would have been seeing a different score. But at least they're on the move. They've got a chance here.
Your usual partner, Chris Curtis, likes to use turkey hole as well, I believe, doesn't he?
Yeah, yes, he does.
Well, you won't hear me saying it. 1st down and 10 for London. Martin to throw, nice short pass straight down the left-hand side, caught. Gain of 7. Once again,
you got to think. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
You got to think that they're going to start throwing the ball more to get back into this game, because they can't continue to run, being down by 3 scores already this early in the game.
Well, yeah, and that was another pass to another non-contract receiver, Tony Adamson. So just the fact that they're putting out some of these extra receivers. When you only have 2 star players at the receiver position, you're primarily going to be a running team, you think. So having these extra receivers, dangerous pass, swatted away by the defense. But when you have those extra receivers out there, obviously it's kind of showing that maybe you're in the, all right, we got to start throwing this ball and getting some points on the board faster here. We don't have the luxury of just going with our usual offensive game plan of run the ball with Meyer and see what kind of yards we can get.
Yeah, exactly. And the fact that the play-action game doesn't really work so much in the SFL, that kind of hurts your strategy as well.
Ball is checked down to Meyer over on the left side. Defense was not fooled at all. Sir Chappelle flying in for a tackle for a loss. 4th down and 4.
That was not what London needed. I don't know. It looks like they may go for the field goal here.
Yep, they got Zach Daggs out there for the field goal try. This one going to be from about 43 yards. For a kicker like him, it's honestly a relative chip shot. He's only missed one on the season, and the one that he missed was from about 53 yards.
Yeah, and his longest so far is 49, so this is well within his range.
High snap, but it was brought down. Kick is up and through. And they're highlighting the beautiful hold by the backup quarterback, David Rimmer. At least he was able to reach up there and grab that and get it down quick.
Yeah, and great job by Daggs to adjust. He gets the field goal. Like I said, that's well within his range. At least they've made it a 2-score game. Now they need to stop on defense.
So 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the first half. Like you said, they definitely need to stop on defense here, get the ball back, and hopefully for them get another score on the board. Carolina started with the ball first, so if London can score right at the end of the half, get the ball back, maybe score again. Oh, Mark Strike spinning his way up to the 26-yard line. Tackled right there at the last second by Samuel Cassidy, one of the backup free safeties. Thought Strike might be taking one to the house. He obviously returns the kicks and punts for Carolina. Unlike Jeffrey Daggs on the other side of the bench, no touchdowns from either kickoffs or punts for him, but I think it might only be a matter of time.
Yeah, you got to think it's going to happen sooner or later.
4 receivers set, pass over the middle, complete. Nice gain up to the 46-yard line, first down and 10. Jalen Miller, his second catch on the day, now with 76 yards and a touchdown.
Now, I was going to say, I would think, have a look for them to take a shot. They went with the quick slants right in between the zones there. Great job, Jalen Miller, once again with the catch. But you got to think they might take a shot or two here with the way the running game's going to force all the defense to come up closer to the line of scrimmage. There might be some openings deep down the field.
Defense playing tight, expecting the run out of Francis. And it is handed off to him, but they're unable to stop him as he's dragging the defenders all the way up to the 49-yard line for a gain of 5. They were just riding on his back.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a workhorse, and again, Carolina's going with this spread them out, put the other team in the nickel, take one of those big guys off the field, and it's been working to their advantage quite a bit.
Ball is handed off to Francis again on second down. Gains 3 up to the 46. Third down and 2. And looking in at the chat, Maurice Spurgeon says, Jalen Miller produces regardless of where he goes. I mean, only 2 catches on the day, but when it's for 76 yards and a touchdown, I'd be fine with those stats without any more catches. But,
absolutely.
Miller, a free agent acquisition of Carolina this season. This is actually his 4th season in the league, according to our stats anyway, so take that for what it's worth. But first season, oh, painful tackle there. First season for him on Carolina. Comes into today's game, 701 yards, 6 touchdowns, leading receiver on the Skyhawks. That'll bring us to the 2-minute warning, 4th down and 2. London gets the stop they need. Now they got to see if they can score on offense.
Once again, number 99 in there on the tackle. Tackle machine he's been. It's almost like this defense is funneled towards 99.
Mike Johnson punts it away to Daggs. This time he's not going to let it bounce. Takes it at the 11-yard line. Brings it up to the 15. Smart move to not let that one bounce. You can't get backed up to the 2-yard line again.
No, they need to get a score here in the worst possible way. Good job by the defense to hold Carolina. Maybe see if they can get some momentum back. They get a touchdown here. They could, in theory, if they got a touchdown here, they get the ball back in the second half, they could literally tie this game up.
Yeah, absolutely. This one's far from over. As any Carolina fan will attest to, every game is far from over till the clock hits 0. Pass right over the middle, complete for a gain of 8. Once again, that's the non-contract Tony Adamson. Getting a little extra playing time today.
Getting a workout here today.
Yeah. Not in any particular hurry at this point, it seems, as the play clock is under 20. Martin back to throw, steps up into the pocket. Oh, under pressure and gets the ball away right as he was about to get sacked. That's Christopher Colon, who almost wrapped him up for what would have been his 3rd sack on the season.
Yeah, providing a little push up the middle. This team only has the 1 contract lineman, so he does a lot of the heavy lifting, pushing that pocket back. Great job by him to put the pressure on, force an incomplete pass.
Cologne with 28 tackles, 2 sacks on the season. Looking to add to that total today. Martin will hand the ball off on 3rd down and 2, and he gets 1st down yardage. 22 yards on 9 carries for Spencer Meyer. He's going to have to get a little bit better production. And are you surprised to see the London offense kind of taking their sweet time here? There's a minute to go.
Yeah, I don't know what they're thinking here. Down by 2 scores, you think you want to get down there in a hurry. Interesting choice of play calls. 3rd and 2 in the final 2 minutes of the game, or half. But
Martin to throw deep down the right side. Oh, nice jumping catch for Giacomo Jones, his 1st of the day. And now we see the no huddle. I think they just maybe wanted to see if they could get a little closer to midfield. And also, let's not forget, let's see this play. Meyer takes a handoff, running it up the middle. Let's not forget about that timeout they wasted with 5.5 to go in the 1st quarter on that attempt to draw Carolina offside. So they only have 2 timeouts left. Martin to throw. Oh, under pressure, wrapped up and sacked. Christopher Colon, sack number 3 on the season.
Definitely not what London wanted there. You're going to expect they're just going to run the clock out at this point.
Yep, looks like they've thrown in the towel. Yeah. Now they're running a Hail Mary formation, and now they call a timeout with 3 seconds to go. I'm not sure what Liam Crowder's doing over there on the sidelines. I think somebody spiked his tee or something, because that clock management, not his finest.
Yeah, I'm thinking the flight might have affected his thought process here today.
Little jet lag, maybe?
Yeah.
What are we at, about 11 o'clock p.m. over at London time right now?
10 or 11, yes.
Yeah.
And maybe the English muffins here or crumpets aren't as good as they are at home. Missing New Yorkshire pudding.
So Carolina's defense playing suspiciously press coverage here, and pump fake out of Martin. He steps up, going deep. Has a man, maybe. Oh, it's picked off in the end zone. Diving attempt by Andre Godspeed. I thought he had it. That would have been an awesome catch, but picked off by Eugene Baker, non-contract strong safety. Oof.
He almost got it. His hands were there if he had got that ball.
That would have been fantastic. So that's going to bring us into halftime. Carolina ahead by a couple of scores here, 21-6 over the Knights. We will be back in a couple of minutes. Stay with us. Welcome back to Raleigh, North Carolina. London Knights about to receive the second half kickoff from the Carolina Skyhawks. 21-6, but this game is not over yet. See if London can get a score here on their first possession of the second half. That would obviously go a long way into keeping their playoff hopes alive. Things are grim as is. If they lose, they are done. Daggs with the kick return. Gets kind of bottled up by his own guys after he spun his way up to the 33-yard line, where we will see Michael Martin and company back out onto the field to get the second half going.
London needs to shake off the jet lag, moving the ball down the field. They're only down by 2 scores. They have a chance to get back in it here with this drive.
Well, hopefully they had some caffeinated tea or something there at the halftime. Get some energy back in the old veins. Martin takes the snap, throws over to the left-hand side, has a man complete for the first down. Andre Godspeed all the way up to midfield, and that's a good way to get the second half going.
Yeah, that's what you need. It was a little medium out route, pass the first down markers, and once again in the turkey hole, and they're moving the ball, just what they need to do.
Sir Chappelle with the tackle. You know, Chappelle, another leading tackler in the league. He's got 73 on the season and a couple of picks to go with it.
Yeah, safeties have been dominating the tackles this year.
Martin deep down the middle. Ball is tipped. Incomplete pass. Looks like, once again, Sir Chappelle making a play.
Yeah, it looked like that was going to Giacomo Jones. Covered well. It looked like there was more than just Chappelle in there. Oh, no, it was just Chappelle. It's a great job by him, because if he makes that catch, it could have been a touchdown. He did get behind him.
He did, yeah. Oof. Just got the fingertips up there and bounced the ball away. You know, Jones hasn't been too involved in this game yet, which is surprising to see. Jones actually has over 1,000 yards. He eclipsed the 1,000-yard mark last week. 7 touchdowns, leading both stats for the receivers on the Knights. Second down and 10. Martin, quick throw over the middle. Caught. First down, right on cue, Giacomo Jones.
And this is what London needed to do. Get back in this game, then you can get back to your... But you need a score here, a touchdown preferably, so that you can get back into this game. And then if you want to go back to Spencer Meyer, you can easily do that.
Yeah, and you almost need a touchdown, I think. I mean, 3 more points isn't going to do them a whole heck of a lot of good. They'd be down 21-9. You'd still need 2 touchdowns. 2 touchdowns at that point would obviously give them the lead. So it's not hopeless if Ollie gets a field goal, but they're really looking for touchdowns here. Martin to throw on first down. Has all day. Oh, under pressure, wrapped up and sacked.
Is that Cologne again?
No.
No, not this time.
That is another big fella, Jimmy Thomas.
And again, once again, another coverage sack. He had nobody to throw to. Didn't look like there was a check down, and once again, they get another sack. They might want to rethink that particular play call. Yeah, I know. I mean, I understand having the max protect in there and having Myers stay back to help block, but you got it like right there. You have nice pass over the middle. I thought that was a dangerous throw at first. I didn't even see Adamson coming across the field, but they had split back formation, and both backs went sprinting off into the flat on both their side of the field. I mean, it gives you 2 options for check down. So absolutely. Blocking is great, but if your O-line can't do it and you have a check down option, that's almost even better, because instead of having an extra blocker, now you've got the ball in the hands of a speedy guy that can make a play and get some yards. You can get it to Meyer in the open space there. Critical third down. Martin has a man on the right-hand side. Giacomo Jones, once again, sorry to cut you off. That's okay. Dropped it. That's too bad. Oh, did he? I didn't even see that. Oh, yeah, he did. Big nice play by the defense. Big hit by the safety. Giovanni Bolt. I think this is the time we've called his name. Yeah, absolutely. So big 4th down and 3. And they are going to go for the field goal. I mean, like I said, it's still a 2-score game, but at least it's 2 scores that would give them the win.
if they end up getting them and are able to step up on defense. So, not the worst thing in the world, but obviously touchdown would have been the preference. Darn nearly blocked and up and through. We will be back in 40 seconds.
Don't miss the SFL podcast every Saturday night at 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern on Twitch before the league's weekend slate gets kicked off. Join me, Mighty RX, defending champion team owner Ramos Lynn, and our host, Jack Brown, to break down all the headlines in the SFL. Jack, yeah, I know we gotta move on. Calm down. See you there, everybody.
Mark strikes smothered by James Paulson on that kick return. Brings it up to the 22-yard line. See what Carolina can do here on offense. Liam Crowder in the chat, he's already thrown in the towel. He says, we're doomed. You're not doomed.
You're not doomed. They still have a shot.
There's 8 minutes and 43 seconds to go in the third, and all the time in the fourth. We're still good. This game's not done. Francis, though, you got to get an answer for him. 130 yards, 2 touchdowns, averaging 5.9 per carry.
And I was going to say, this is what Carolina wants to do. Control the clock, run the ball. And London showed good defense last time about, and they shut them down and made them kick. That's what they need to do this time. And then they can get another shot at getting in the end zone. But Carolina is going to be, you expect a heavy dose of A.J. Francis from here on in.
Search 80. Is there ever a big enough lead for Carolina? I feel like even if they were up by 40, they'd still be nervous. I think they would. The defense smothers Francis that time. There's your answer for what to do with Francis. Contained him, closed in, 3 tacklers, brought him down for a loss, 3rd down and 4.
Defensive end, Rushnick in there to keep the ball from breaking to the outside. Good job by him to shut that play down behind the line of scrimmage.
We're going to hand it off on 3rd down and 4, and the defense once again doing what they need to do. Another tackle for a loss on the play. That one, Frank Axmall, first time we've been able to call his name. Stepped up right at the right time, 4th down and 5, and just like that, London's going to get the ball back and get another chance to score.
And that's what London needed. Now they've got a chance to get back into this game. And now the Carolina fans might be fretting a little bit.
You know, and this is going to be the farthest punt that Carolina's had to make so far today, so London will get decent field position. Not to mention, Daggs has already returned 1 punt for a touchdown. Not going to return that one for a touchdown, but always a threat, game-changing threat when you have a kick returner like that.
Absolutely, and London flips the field position, so now they've got a shorter field to deal with. And let's see if they can get that ball down in the end zone. They've been struggling with that so far today with 0 touchdowns and only field goals.
Yeah, and I'd have to check, but I'm pretty sure that this is their best starting field position of the day. All the way up at their own 39-yard line. Hand the ball off to Meyer. An impressive run on 1st down up the right side. Gain of 8. Brings up a 2nd down and 2.
A little dive play up in the middle. Good way to keep Carolina from continually staying in those soft zones. But they won't be able to do that the entire game, or they won't have enough time to get into the end zone.
Split back formation on 2nd down. Hands it off to Meyer again. He gets 1st down yardage before being pummeled backwards.
Yeah, a little extracurricular activity there after the play.
That looked like a painful hit. So 1st down and 10, just about at midfield. Split backs again. Beddick's making a last-second change at the line. Take advantage of something he saw in defense. Out route to Andre Godspeed on the left side, complete for a gain of 5. And they preserve a little time as he steps out of bounds.
I wonder if he had something deep play called and he changed it to those quick outs.
Saw the defense. Yeah. Saw him playing off a little bit and maybe wanted to take advantage of that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe try to draw them up a little tighter. I mean, look at them. They're playing darn near 10 yards off the receivers right now.
absolutely. Lots of opens for the quick slants.
Free play. Meyer running up the middle. A little bit short of the sticks, but that will be a free first down. Compliments of the Carolina defense.
Neutral zone infraction, number 91. Defense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
And the fans not excited about that one, but I think that was about as clear of a penalty as you can get. He was well across the line when that ball was snapped.
It's too bad they had a run play on that could have taken advantage of shot down the field.
Yeah, that would have been nice to see.
Looks like they're in man here.
Martin to throw, going deep down the middle, has a man complete inside the 10-yard line. First down and goal. Giacomo Jones with his third catch on the day.
That looked like that was that same play where they failed earlier. That Chappelle got his hands on, but this time he got behind him. Chappelle makes a tackle at the end, but I think that was the same play. This time they made it work. He got a little deeper and got behind him.
Well, and the defense has been on the field for, a couple minutes now in this drive, and Chappelle running all over the place trying to stop Meyer on the run plays, and maybe lost a step there, and Jones, his first target of this drive, still had all his energy to go. Michael Martin back to throw, out route to Godspeed on the left side, complete, gain of 2, second down and goal from the 6.
Yeah, that was a non-contract. Close that gap, but hurry. I thought Godspeed might have enough time to turn up and go. He was all over that.
Yeah, agreed. Liam Crowder says that block was sick on that on that nice play where the I think it was the left end was coming in and the right tackle just took out his legs and flattened him. Martin to throw. Oh no, dangerous pass intercepted on an out route into the end zone. Pass intended for Giacomo Jones, and Greg Reedy shuts this drive down. That's a killer.
Yeah, and that looked like Greg Reedy was running that route. I'm not sure what Michael Martin saw there, but that was not what London needed.
Yeah.
They had a chance to get back into this game in a big way.
I think he was just, I don't know, he was too excited about being able to get a touchdown on the board and force that one. I don't think he saw anything. I think he just stepped back and threw it where he knew the route was going. So Carolina takes back over. Oh, Biddix gets swatted away. Incomplete pass. That was an odd-looking play.
It was a nice blitz by the non-contract linebacker there, come blasting in through the empty hole. And maybe London, I mean, the game's not over. There's lots of time left in this third quarter. London can shut them down again here on defense. They still got a chance. They still have the good field position. They could still get back down there.
So London playing the 4-3 on a 4-receiver set, and it is a running play. And even with the 4-3 out there, they can't stop him. A.J. Francis just running free down the left-hand side, 156 yards now. Guy's been unstoppable.
Yeah, and you can see right there that he's not known for speed, that's for sure, as you watch the field. And here comes the safety to make the tackle. Jeffrey Daggs just kind of tracked him down without even really trying.
I mean, it looked like Francis was just going for a leisurely jog. He's just got the rock. He's just looking around, running downfield like, what's going on, guys?
Very similar to the Leon Lett play from Super Bowl pass.
Ball handed off on first down, no gain on the play. Knights defense swarming in there. Cliff Lawton, outside linebacker, coming in for the tackle. Sir Shady says it looks like he was running through custard.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
3 receivers set on second down and 10. Oh, wide open. Unbelievable. Jalen Miller, you got to cover the guy.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there because they dropped 8 guys and only rushed 3. He should not have been that wide open on this play. There was literally, as you said, nobody around him.
I mean, look.
Yeah.
Where's the guys on London? Oh, there's one.
Fortunately, Vasquez gets there at the end. Otherwise, it's a touchdown. But
that had to be a broken assignment. I don't know who was responsible for Miller, but whoever it was sleeping on that play.
Yeah, because they dropped. Like I said, they only rushed 3 and they dropped. So that whole zone should have been covered, no problem. Good play by Carolina, though.
Ball handed off to Francis again, tries to run up the middle. Gain of 2.
Shady's having himself a day, isn't he?
He sure is. He's been all over the place, but you know he can't be the one-man defense. I mean, the rest of the D's got to step up too, and you know, especially when you're still looking at a 2-score game late in the third quarter. You know, now would be a nice time to get a turnover. Hard to do when Carolina can just keep running it like this, nice and easy. 3rd down and inches all the way up to the 2-yard line.
Yeah, this is definitely not the defensive stand that London was looking for.
I mean, it's crazy. It's just like we're just watching a walk-through practice. Francis is just taking the ball and just running it with ease.
Definitely, they're definitely getting a lot more push than I thought they would have.
Audible at the line. Ball handed off to Francis. Lowers his shoulder. Again, walks in untouched. Hat trick on the day. Came into today's game with 2 touchdowns. Has 3. And we've got more missiles flying.
Yep. The city of Raleigh better watch out. There's explosions. I mean, I'm as stumped as you. I mean, this London defense has 3 contract linemen. And they should be easily stopping this run. And they're just getting pushed back off the ball. It's not what London needed. And things are starting to look bleak.
High snap, kick is up, and it's through. 28-9. Skyhawks over the Knights. You are watching the SFL on YouTube, presented by APM Music.
Want to do what I do? Contact me in the DM on Discord to find out how you can get involved with streaming live games, calling games, or breaking them down on the air with our broadcast team. Or help make our production even better by joining our new live stats team, helping our broadcasters shine brighter. We are hashtag Loading Legends in the SFL.
Daggs takes the kick return back at the 10-yard line. Would have been a great time for a kick return for a touchdown. That's not going to happen. Brought up to the 29-yard line. And now it's kind of imperative that London scores on this drive. They absolutely can't afford a 3-and-out. They can't even afford a 10-and-out. They need to score. And they need to get a touchdown. You can't, this isn't going to be death by 1,000 paper cuts. You can't field goal them to death. You got to get a touchdown here. So Martin back to throw on 1st down, trying to get this drive going. Out route over to Giacomo Jones on the right side. Caught. Impressive stats. I mean, you see the stats for the receivers. I mean, Jalen Miller with 117 yards. Jones with 89. They're getting the ball. They're going downfield. They got to get in the end zone.
Absolutely. And I think you're going to probably not see much of Spencer Meyer at this point, unless it's on a screen or a swing pass or something like that. This is going to be all about Michael Martin and Goodspeed and Jones at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Meyer, he's got 46 yards on the day. He's averaging 3.5 a carry. And we have a formation where we might see him here. But, yeah, I mean, if they do keep running it, I think it might be a mistake. They got to start slinging the ball. And they are going to pass here. Martin, yeah, and that's a good way to use Meyer. Pass right over to the right-hand side. Good gain. Gain of 9. Brings up a 2nd down and 1.
Yeah, absolutely good. Nothing wrong with that play. That's the way you're going to have to use them at this point. Get them in the open field if your wide receivers aren't open. And just continue to move the chains. You're not out of it yet, but you definitely need a score here. And not 3. You need a touchdown. And
that's what I've been wanting to see is, you know, use a single back, use split backs, but don't use them as blockers. Let them catch a pass if nobody else is open. See Meyer run the ball. Oh, he's got nice room down the left-hand side. Good moves to get away from the tacklers. Brings it all the way up to the 30-yard line. And we have another London 1st down. They're knocking on Carolina's door.
And that's what they needed. They caught him a little off guard, flat-footed. Does a little how you doing to get around him. Jay Bolt with the tackle to stop that from being a touchdown. I think he might have been gone if Bolt hadn't caught up to him.
Caught me off guard. I was trying to figure out what was going on. I'm like, wait, what? They handed it off? He's got yards? Holy cow. Go get him, Meyer. Martin back to throw. Pump fake. Oh, gosh, I think he maybe should have thrown that one. Christopher Cologne coming in. I believe that's a hat trick of sacks for him, isn't it?
Yeah, he's had himself a day today. Just blast right by the center. Look out. Here comes the truck.
Jumps on his back, spins him, throws him into the turf. You know, Carolina fans have got to be wondering where this team has been all season, because the way that they're playing today, this is a playoff caliber team that's not possibly going to make it into the playoffs. You know, I mean, you had A.J. Francis come in with 2 touchdowns. He's got 3 on the day. You have Christopher Cologne come in with 2 sacks on the season. He's got 3 today. I mean, what's going on? It's crazy. End of the third quarter. Skyhawks running away with this one. London knocking on the door. We'll see how this one shakes out.
This has got to be 4-down territory at this point for London, because their playoff lives are up.
You would assume, yeah. Meyer takes the swing pass over on the left-hand side, catches it, short gain on the play. And you see the quarterback comparison, and that's been part of the problem. 2 picks for Michael Martin. That's not the way you're going to want to get it done.
And he's got good yardage, 238 through bad days, just the 2 interceptions. One of them being that Hail Mary.
Yeah, that's true.
Silliness at the end. So
that is true. That one doesn't really count. The one in the end zone counts, though.
Yeah.
Martin pump fakes again, throws over the middle. Caught, believed by Andre Godspeed, 4th down and inches, and I think you're going to see that 4-down territory that you just mentioned a second ago. And maybe not.
Like they're bringing Daggs out.
We see the kicker coming out onto the field, and I don't know. I'm trying to do the math real quick. So this will give them, what, 12? They'll be down by 16. 12. I mean, that's technically still a 2-score game if you get 2 2-point conversions. Interesting.
Not the way I would think.
Field goal is up and through. 2-score game, 28-12. Skyhawks over the Knights. You are watching the SFL on YouTube, presented by APM Music.
Join the world's fastest growing sim football community by jumping onto our Discord server. Use the Discord command in chat to keep up with schedules, news, notes, announcements, and polls. Jump off the sidelines and into the action, here where we're loading legends at the SFL.
So the return is taken by Strike up to the 27-yard line. We will see the Carolina offense come back out onto the field. And, you know, the London defense has done a decent job here so far in the second half, kind of controlling the bleeding, but they've got to stop the bleeding at this point. 10 minutes to go here in the ball game. You got to assume that they need a 3-and-out on this drive.
At least stop them before they cross midfield. They got to keep that decent field position, but having an 8-yard run on 1st down isn't going to help them.
Yeah, that's not the way to get that done. Kane Vasquez with the tackle. Francis still just running around like he owns the place.
Like I said, I'm quite surprised that they're getting this much push against, 3 contracted defensive linemen.
Right, and a linebacker like Slyn Shady behind them. I mean, that's not something you would expect to see. You expect to see something more along those lines, only the tackle behind the line actually working. Francis lowers his shoulder, trucks his way through, 185 yards on 31 carries. Oh, and not to mention 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, and there it is. Boom, through one. Boom, as Mr. Berman used to do. Boom, boom, boom. He's just plowing right through everybody.
1st down and 10.
He may not have a lot of speed, but
he's got the power.
Definitely knock you out in your butt.
That is a beast of a power back. Actually going to see a pass here on 1st down. Out route over the left-hand side. Incomplete. I don't think anybody was expecting the pass, even the receiver.
Absolutely. I mean, he had a chance at ball, but when you throw the non-contracts, you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah. Yep.
Good defense there by Jeffrey Daggs.
He's able to get in there and perfectly time the hit. So Scott had no chance of catching that one. Brings up a 2nd down and 10. And, you know, I mean, under 9 minutes to go, you're in control of this game. Don't throw it. Francis has been running like a man possessed. Just hand him the ball and let him run this clock out for you. Or throw it again. That's fine. Out route to the left-hand side, Tristan Diacey says. I think that's his 2nd catch on the day. Yeah.
Hey, you would think with Francis on his way to 200 yards today, they just keep handing him the rock and let him do his thing.
Yeah, put the final nail in the coffin.
Off guard. Trying to keep London's defense off guard. I don't know.
Keep the broadcasters on their toes. I don't know. Power run formation here on 3rd down and 4. We will see Francis try to run it up the middle, and that ain't gonna work. Frank Axmall and I believe Slyn Shady both in on that play, trying to get the ball back for the offense, and they will. 4th and 5 from midfield.
Looked like a little high-low there. Axmall got him at the bottom, and Shady came up top and just drilled him.
Just leveled him. Absolutely leveled him. It needed a little bit more of that early on before you let Francis run for darn near 200 yards. High snap, punt is away. Daggs will get this back at about his own 10 to 15-ish. Tries to break a tackle. That's not going to work. London takes over at the 18-yard line. And I think we've said it a few times now, but now they really, really need a touchdown on this drive.
Yeah, apparently it wasn't important enough.
I didn't say enough reallys last time. I only said once. Now they really, really need it.
They need to move the ball downfield as well. They got to take a couple more shots.
Split back formation. Martin making a change at the line. Back to throw. Quick out route to the left-hand side to Godspeed. Gain of 5, and I think we saw that exact same play in the 3rd quarter. Audible, quick out to the left. Caught, gain of 5.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they should start going into the no huddle here. Move the ball.
I would, yeah.
A little quicker. Try and get a quick score, and then you still have some time to get a second one if need be. We've really been running this split backs a lot today.
Defense playing press coverage. Martin maybe trying to take advantage of that. Oh, gosh, almost intercepted again. In and out of the hands of Greg Reedy. He's already got a pick on the day. Looking for number 2. That ball was grossly underthrown to Jones.
I did put enough on it, and it up high enough. And luckily for him, Reedy didn't have a pick 6 there.
Yeah, that was an ill-advised throw. I mean, when you have the defense playing press coverage like they were on that last play, you know, they should have been able to get somebody downfield past him. Martin steps up, throws on the run. Had his tight end open, but swatted away by Phil Hall.
That was pretty ill-advised as well, throwing it into coverage like he was.
Yeah, Martin's just panicking.
Yeah, I think London's starting to feel a little bit of the pressure.
And we see Michael Pont on to punt for the London Knights, and you almost wonder if they're kind of giving up at this point, if they're punting. I know they're backed up deep in their own territory, but they really needed to score there. Really, really needed to score there.
The only thing I can think is they're hoping to shut the Carolina defense down on a quick 3 and out and get the ball back right away. But
yeah,
not the way that not the way that AJ Francis has been running. I just don't see it.
So we'll see what happens. Game's not over yet. London could come back at the last second and steal another last-second victory away from the Skyhawks. They've been there, done that a few times. Ball handed off to Francis. Shady riding on his back. Gains 7 yards, and it's so far a tale of two backs. 5.8 a carry for Francis, 191 yards, 3 touchdowns. Spencer Meyer just not quite comparing.
And if he gets to 201, that'll put him up over. That'll put him at 1,600 for the year. That's a pretty good milestone.
Excellent numbers, especially for a back on a team with only 2 wins. It's just crazy to me. The way that this team's been playing today, they've only got 2 wins. Loss on that play. Rushnet getting into the backfield.
Yeah, it's a very impressive running attack, and they bounce it out a lot better than the stats would show with the running game. I mean, Rose had that deep throw early in the game, but I mean, when you run the ball the way they are, just keep handing them the rock.
Biddix hands the ball off to Francis, runs it up the middle, can't get first down yardage, stopped a yard shy. The Knights defense holds, still have 6 minutes to go, and now they still have all 3 of their timeouts. Didn't waste one in this half. So there's still a chance, but for the love of God, they need to score a touchdown here.
They need a quick score is what they need. Maybe this is, as you aforementioned, Daggs with a kick return. Anything. They need a quick score to give themselves a shot.
Daggs takes it at the 11-yard line, spins, hey, breaks a tackle, has a block, man out in front of him. Past the 50, no one's going to catch Jeffrey Daggs. 20, 10, 5, touchdown London Knights. Carolina fans are tearing their hair out. This one is not over. We'll see if they go for 2 and make this a 1-score ball game.
Holy smokes, am I...
Nostradamus, you are.
Oh my goodness! I had no, when I seen him right there, as soon as he got to the, I was like, "Holy smokes!" They got right back into the game now. Do they go for 2 points here? Do you think?
They need to. I mean,
I think they need to too. But we've seen some interesting coaches' decisions lately.
They're down by 9,
like,
so
looks like they're going to go for it here.
They're down by 10, I should say. So, well, they have the.
Oh no, they're not. They're going to take the kick. Gotta question this. I guess they're hoping to get a touchdown and a field goal.
Well, and they certainly can. I mean, obviously with a quick score like that leaves plenty of time on the clock. Their defense has been doing a great job this second half. Yeah, we'll see. Could be an exciting finish in this one. We'll take one final break. We'll be back 45 seconds from now.
SFL fans, make sure you order your custom SFL merchandise from the league store on simulationfl.net. Just click the shop button through the site navigation where you can order what you see or exactly what you want. This is your league. This is your shop. Order now from Richards Printworks on sfl.net.
And there we go. See what Carolina's offense can do here. Now maybe you can't just have the luxury of just constantly running it with Francis, because you've got to keep the London offense from getting the ball back.
I still think they're going to do it. I think they're just going to run the... I really do.
And why not? If it's not broke, don't fix it. Francis just trucking through guys. Gains 5. 5.5 a carry today. Crazy. Crazy how this guy is running. Man possessed.
Absolutely. He's doing a great job. And this defense needs to shut him down here. And you never know. I mean, you were pumping up Daggs all day. He gets himself a touchdown. Who's to say he couldn't do it again?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, one of the games I called for London earlier this season, Daggs had a punt return for a touchdown, then a kick return for a touchdown in the same game. Or you can do that. Daggs with the interception.
Wow. Oh, I'm really surprised they threw the ball here. Great coverage by Daggs. It's just running a cover 3. Threw it right to him, just playing a little middle field. And London's got a chance here, folks.
Told you this one wasn't over.
We didn't think this was going to happen. London's got a chance. Let's see what happens here. We're going to get a thriller going on with less than 5.
London fighting for their playoff lives here. 4 minutes, 44 seconds to go. Looks like Liam Crowder's come to life in the chat now. Now he doesn't think that we're done. Andre Godspeed with the catch on the left-hand side. Gain of 5. Second down and 5, darn near midfield. Get a score here. Get that extra point. Then you just got a field goal game with the most accurate active kicker in the league.
Yeah, they need to get the field goal or the touchdown, though. They can't be going for the field goal this time. They need to get in the end zone and save their offense a chance of having to get into the end zone for the final
Yeah,
the game.
yeah. Ideally, you definitely want to get that touchdown now. But, you do have the luxury of, I mean, if you do stall in field goal range, you can take the field goal. You don't have to go for it on 4th down if it comes to that in field goal range. Right now, you still would.
You got to think this is 4-down territory as well.
It is here. Yeah, it is here. I think if they get to 4th down and they're inside the 30-yard line, they're going to go for that field goal and get that out of the way and then put it back on their defense. But first things first, you're only at the 47-yard line. You got to get yourself at minimum in field goal range. 3rd down and 5. Martin to throw. Quick throw over the middle. Oh, 1st down, and they are already going to go into the hurry-up.
That's a good idea.
That pass caught by John Smith, the fullback. Martin to throw again. Pump fakes going deep down the middle. Oh, almost picked off in and out of the hands of Giovanni Bolt.
That one was a questionable decision. There were red and blue jerseys all over the place there, and he threw it into the middle. He's lucky that intercepted, and he lived to fight another day.
Yeah, Martin needs to take a deep breath and calm down here. He threw a pick in the end zone earlier on in the game, which killed that drive. Imagine if that had been a touchdown, where we'd be sitting at right now. Martin to throw again. Quick throw down the right side. Has a man. Giacomo Jones. Touchdown, London Knights.
My goodness. Was not expecting that. That looked like it was a turkey hole again. No, this time, no, it was not. He just straight beat him on a go.
That was just a go, yeah. It's a go route, well-placed ball.
Great throw by Martin. And we have ourselves a game here, folks, with less than 5 to go. And
we sure do,
London's right back in this game.
Yep, Daggs is going to go for the extra point here, and you got to assume he's going to get this. I mean, he hasn't missed an extra point ever once in his life, I don't think. That'll make it a 2-score ball game. Field goal would win it for the Knights, and Carolina fans once again watching their team let a huge lead slip away. 28-26. Skyhawks over the Knights. 4 minutes, 15 seconds to go here in the ball game. Don't go away. This one's been a great one so far. I had to think that the game was looking honestly like it was kind of over when we were approaching halftime. It was looking bleak, but here we go.
London put the clamps down on the offense, other than from Francis. They've shut the defense or the offense straight down. If they can do it again here, Carolina's got to be screaming, "What the heck's going on?"
Yeah, absolutely. You got to feel bad for them almost, but it's not over. They do still have the lead. They have the ball. They have A.J. Francis, who's just been running like an MVP caliber running back today. Keep handing him the ball. Keep the ball safe. Biddick's throwing that interception to Daggs on the last possession is what caused those points. Francis takes the hands off, runs up the middle. The defense is fired up.
Bershnik there with the tackle. There's your 200 yards. One more yard, he will reach 1,600 for the year. And you got to think they're going to hand the ball off, not take a chance throwing it like they did last possession.
CC25Y in the chat says, I go to the bathroom and this happens. Don't go to the bathroom. There's less than 4 minutes to go. The clock is running. Stay in your seat or watch it on your phone and bring the phone with you. Just don't drop it in the toilet. Ball handed off on 2nd down and 8. Francis takes it only 2 yards. This defense is not going to let them run on him anymore.
No, now look, I don't know if that was Shady or not, but it sure looked like he was in there on the tackle.
Yeah, Shady jumped on him and brought him down after a gain of only 2. 3rd down and 6.
We've got a 98 and a 99 with our terrible camera view sometimes.
Ball is handed off. Francis running around the right side, wrapped up and tackled. 4th down and 3, just inside of 3 minutes to go. Just like that, Brian Cowart stops the Carolina offense, and we are going to see the London Knights get a chance to get down in field goal range and steal another win from the Carolina Skyhawks.
We haven't heard Cowart's name all day, and he makes the clutch play on the drive to give his offense a chance to win this game.
Now, I know you said it earlier. I don't have it in front of me. What did you say Zach's longest kick of the season was so far?
49 yards.
49. Got to try to get this down to the 30. Daggs couldn't seal the win right there and get another punt return for a touchdown. But big brother Zach Daggs waiting on the sideline patiently. He might come out and get the game winner for London himself. First things first, Martin needs to get him in field goal range.
How big was that kick return?
It's huge.
Excuse me, punt return.
Yeah, it was absolutely huge. Ball handed off to Meyer. Spins his way up to no gain on the play. We're in hurry-up formation as we tick down just above the 2-minute warning. Martin gets the snap off, checks it down to Meyer on the left-hand side. That'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. It's going to be an exciting finish. 3rd down and 7. You are watching the SFL on YouTube, presented by APM Music. London's also lost a lot of close games themselves. Defense looking to make the stop. Crowd on their feet. 3rd down and 7. Martin to throw under pressure. Avoids the sack. Throws downfield. Oh, in and out of the hands of Giacomo Jones.
Wow, that was some kind of playing going on there. Jones had a step on him. Great job by Bolt just to swat that ball away, not try and do anything silly, like try and go for the interception.
Yeah, I thought Jones might have had his hands on it, but he didn't. Yeah, that was all Bolt. Just reached back, knocked it down. 4-down territory, obviously, for here. This one, not quite for the ball game. They do have their 3 timeouts, but critical to try to get the first down here. Martin to throw. Throws quick. Almost intercepted, but it doesn't matter. Turnover on downs. Phil Hall swats it away.
Now, technically, there is a chance for London to get this ball back and try again.
Yeah.
They're not going to have much time left on the clock, that's for sure, and they'll have no timeouts.
And Hall could have just ended it right there if he had caught that one. There was nobody in front of him.
Yeah. Hands, and it's too bad. Luckily for London, he didn't catch it, and Carolina's thinking pick 6 if he had caught it.
So Carolina going to ride on the legs of A.J. Francis to see if they can run this clock out. London's going to be forced to start using up their timeouts. Quick tackle. Only a short gain of 1. Rushneck again stopping the run. 1 timeout gone.
Yeah. See if they can stop him here on Slim Shady and those 3 linemen. They really got to put the pressure on.
Yeah, it's critical that they get the 3 and out and that they don't let them get even close to the 30. They don't have a contract kicker like London does. So a kick past the 30-yard line would be very difficult. Oh, Francis just man-possessed, runs all the way up to the 31-yard line. 2nd timeout burned, 3rd down and 1. This is quite honestly the biggest play of the day coming up right now.
Absolutely. Play of the game coming up. Once again, they spread him out, and London came out in a nickel, and he just ran right up the middle because there weren't as many big uglies up there to stop him. They need to shut him down here.
It's been A.J. Francis versus Slim Shady. Who's going to win this matchup right here? This one for the ball game. Francis takes a handoff, and he's the one that's going to win it. Runs up through, and London burns their last timeout, but it's all going to be for nothing as Carolina is going to sneak away with their 3rd win of the season.
Yeah, great run up the middle, good blocking. Nobody there really got until he actually attacked. And they'll be going into the best formation in football, the victory formation. Great job by Carolina, and great job by London to try and get back into this game, but just a little too late.
You know, and London definitely has had a lot of games that were like this throughout the season. They actually came pretty darn close to beating Tallahassee earlier on. I mean, put up over 40 points on Tallahassee, which I don't think anybody else has done. You know, an impressive rookie season for the London Knights coming into the league. And they started out so strong. They were 3-1 and one of the top ranked teams, and then it just fell apart from there as people started to figure out their schemes.
Yeah, and I mean, it's first year of the franchise. So do you even be in the running for the playoffs in the first year? There's nothing wrong with that. He's got nothing. Nobody needs to be upset about anything there.
Yeah, to still even be in the conversation all the way in Week 11 is definitely an achievement. So coming up next, stay right here on YouTube. You have your choice of matchups between either the San Francisco Sharks at Houston Hyenas, or you can watch Chicago at Oklahoma City. Both of those games start at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 Central. Head to Twitch tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central, for the SFL Fan Night Game of the Week, as the Queen City Corsairs head to Alaska to take on the Storm.
And San Francisco's in the same boat as London was. Win to stay in.
As we see our final snap in this game tomorrow night, head back to Twitch. We'll have to see how the times end up shaking out. We had a last-second schedule adjustment, but we're going to have a couple of games. We'll have Sioux Falls Sparrows at the Indianapolis Red Devils. Indy has a win-and-you're-in scenario, so that should also be an excellent game to watch. Your final in this one, London Knights 26, Carolina Skyhawks 28. Jimmy, final thoughts on this game?
It was exciting. Too bad for London. They couldn't make their way in, but they just couldn't stop that running game of Carolina, as the stats are showing out right here. 222 rushes. That's impressive.
Yeah, they just ran all over them. And London, it was amazing to watch them get back into it like they did. I mean, coming up to the last-second potential field goal for the win. It would have been really fun to see. Unless you're a Carolina fan, it would have been devastating to watch yet another one slip away. But a fun game to watch. Thank you for joining us, everybody. This has been a presentation of the SFL presented by APM Music. For Jimmy Stevens and Cody Hill on stats, I am Mike Daggs saying goodbye, everybody.